Bad Bunny, and
Oh boy.
Turning Point and their All American show. Just so you know, I go both ways politically.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
hey.
All right, where are we going with this podcast?
Which
Is
goes,
that Ned still kicking in? I thought this was a different show.
which Bad Bunny flows perfectly into that because I think if you don't support Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl, it's the most un-American thing you could do through just the facts. This is not politically. I'm just going to give you some quick facts. Gilly will hate that I'm giving facts, but here we go. 4 facts why Bad Bunny and not liking him performing at the Super Bowl is the most un-American thing you can ever do. One, Bad Bunny is an American citizen. President Trump is his president. So this would be an American halftime show.
He's actually like a Trump supporter?
No, but he is an American citizen and
Gotcha.
Trump's his president. So
Well, those things are a little divisive down there. I don't think everyone would say that he's their president,
but he is.
technically.
In fact, in the last 20 years, there's been a ton of non-American halftime shows. Paul McCartney, U2, Coldplay, The Who, The Rolling Stones, Phil Collins, legendary Shania. So it doesn't seem it's a non-American thing. It's, something's different between The Who, Rolling Stones, Phil Collins, and Bad Bunny. I don't want to make this racial or political, like I said, but it just seems to be a missing. 2, Bad Bunny. This is one of my favorites. Bad Bunny dressed in drag for a music video in which he was just talking about inclusivity, which goes against apparently American values. Whatever, that's great. But just so you know, every rock and roll hero, American rock and roll hero of our time, is dressed in drag. Not all these American, but the Rolling Stones, Gene Simmons, Steven Tyler, Dave Grohl, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, Kurt Cobain. The list goes on. Non-American, American, but every rock and roll person is dressed in drag. Unrelated, but I'm sure some kids in Chicago dress as Caleb Williams for Halloween. But my biggest thing that's very exciting is hero. A lot of people's hero. Vice President J.D. Vance dressed like a woman in 2011 at a college party when he went to Yale. So, Bad Bunny's dressed in drag. J.D. Vance, Vice President's dressed in drag. I don't know. Is this about being dressing in drag, or what is this? Finally, number 4, not to bore you, Blaze, but Bad Bunny did not make himself the halftime performer. He didn't say, I'm going to do that, and he did it.
Yeah.
It was the NFL and the owners who made him the halftime performer, which I'm pretty sure the NFL owners are about 90% Republican, especially that guy in Houston. So, as we talked about, the NFL is a business based on capitalism. They want to globalize the league. This is why you see games in Brazil and all over the world. Already, American, Canadian, white men are watching the game. That's not helping them build revenue. So let's bring in a new audience, which is people from around the world. Makes sense to bring in the biggest superstar outside of Taylor Swift to perform in terms of sales, everything like that. So this is making the NFL owners and the NFL more money, which is in essence capitalism. Which I conclude, if you're anti-Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl, you're against an American citizen making a living performing, you're anti-free speech, the Second Amendment, which everyone loves right behind guns, and finally you're anti-capitalism, which, folks, I think that's the most un-American thing I've ever heard.